Your personal brand isn't just a logo, a tagline, or a clever marketing hook. It's who you are at your core. It's how you think, it's how you make decisions, and it's how you show up in the world, both personally and professionally. And building a brand isn't just about a strategy, it's about alignment. And that requires something much deeper: self-awareness, resilience, and the willingness to grow and evolve. Now, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a guru, but I am a builder. I've built two very successful businesses, worked through failure, I faced my own demons, and I'm still in the process. I'm still refining, I'm still evolving. So each week on the Branding Lab, I'm going to break down the lessons, the insights, and raw truths that shape not just great businesses, but great leaders. In this roughly 10 to 15 minute monologue, I'm going to share the stories and the insights of my own experience and the deep conversations with CEOs, founders, and thought leaders from all over the world. We're going to uncover the patterns, the decisions, and the shifts that separate those who grow from those who stay stuck. Because here's the honest truth: if you're not evolving, neither is your brand. So let's get into it.
If you're an entrepreneur and you've been in business for any amount of time, it's probably a good bet you've had a customer who was less than fully satisfied with what you delivered to them. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it enables us, if we're introspective and self-aware enough and not too egotistically biased, to take a hard look at what they had to say and understand if there are any truths to it, and henceforth how we can improve upon that process. But there does come a time and a place when enough is enough. And you have to pragmatically and sensibly have a conversation with the client to first and foremost understand their expectations. Why do they feel the way that they feel? Because, their perception is their reality. It might not be mine, might not be yours, but they clearly have an understanding or a reason why they feel a type of way. And so a while ago, many years back, I received a horrible review from a client. She took the time to go on to Google Maps or Google Review, whatever my Google page is called, and leave just a horrible review. And at first I was like, I'm going to come back at you. I'm going to put you in your place. And I wrote this really scathing response to her, but I didn't hit send because I remember the little angel or whatever it is, depending upon your perspective, sitting on my shoulder saying, bro, take a breath, walk away. And taking a breath and walking away did a variety of things for me. It enabled me to be a little bit more diplomatic, first and foremost, but it also enabled me to get my emotions out of the way so that I could consciously and conscientiously respond to this without pissing anybody off. And so I guess the moral of what I'm trying to share with you today is that we're all going to get bad reviews from time to time. And I've received two in my entire life of business. I've received two. And this particular week, I had another incident that occurred where clients had an expectation that they walked into a photo shoot that they didn't convey with us, but they thought that they had, and they weren't 100% satisfied with their product, and they tried to push and maneuver, and to be honest with you, create something that didn't exist. And it was my job, our job as a team, to sort of analyze the situation pragmatically and look at the communication path, what we said we were going to deliver, and did we deliver it in a honest and conscientious way and to the best of our ability. And I can honestly say that we did 100% deliver everything we said we were going to deliver, plus some. And so how do we deal with that situation? Well, first and foremost, we open up a conversation, a communication dialogue, so that we can really clearly understand their perspective. And then we presented the facts from our position, and then we shared a we created a way that we could find some middle ground. So instead of just having a pissed off customer that felt that they didn't get what they paid for, which in this case they clearly did, we found some alternative ways that we could maneuver around their expectations and still give them something without having this to go to the disaster route, which is them leaving a bad review or them sharing information with people. Anyhow, because everyone responds to things in different ways. And so it's your job as an entrepreneur to take the information and work with it to the best of your ability. And I'm not trying to say that you have to kiss the customer's ass, because that's certainly not what we're going to do. But we are going to take a look at their perspective and try to understand it from their lens so that we can adequately respond with an appropriate response or an appropriate way to try to at least salvage something, right? I'm not in the business to ruin relationships. I'm in the business to build relationships. And by taking that one extra step towards trying to accommodate them, perhaps we've secured a customer that might not speak poorly of us. So, long and short of all this is if you do receive a negative review, first of all, walk away from it. Give yourself 24 hours. Like, there's just no exceptions to this rule. Walk away from it. You do need to craft a response to it. And I highly recommend that you let somebody else read it that's not necessarily affiliated with the situation so that they don't have a biased perspective and they can give you some candid and pragmatic feedback on it. And in that feedback, really just remain calm, cool, and collected, and just be pragmatic and state the facts. Here's what we promised. We're sorry. Acknowledge them first of all. We're sorry that you feel the type of way that you do. That wasn't our experience. That wasn't our expectations. That wasn't what we were trying to do. We really enjoyed the experience. We really enjoyed providing the service to you. We enjoyed the product that we delivered. Whatever it is, right? Just customize it for your own good. And then thank them for their feedback and invite them to have a follow-up meeting with you. Like, here's my phone number, would love to further get on the phone with you, or whatever it is that is your best way of communicating, and let's see if we can't come to some sort of a mutual understanding where you can walk away with a semblance of happiness, right? And then that's it. And you don't need to be mean, you don't need to be responsive to their slights, like whatever it is. Try to find some middle ground so that both of you can move forward and have hopefully somewhat of an amicable relationship. So that's all I got. If you enjoyed this, would love for your feedback. If you have dealt with a negative customer and you have a different way, an alternative way of handling this, I would love to hear it. I'm sure that anybody who's watching this post or this video would also love to get your feedback. All right. Thank you. Talk to you soon.